Joe Budden. I died out laughing because they're two of my favorites. And how you doing today, babe? I just love your bright energy that you're giving me right now.
Thank you. Hi, how are
I'm doing
you?
fine. I'm doing fabulous. What about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. I'm excited for this podcast.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're excited to be here. I can hear it. So, how was your weekend? Because we are recording on a Monday. So, how was your weekend?
It was good. Usually I spend my weekends trying to like catch up. I'm a mom, so I do mom
Mhm.
things on the weekend and then I do my work stuff during the week. So
Oh my goodness. So
yeah.
shoot. So I know there's a lot to balance that
Oh,
to be able to
absolutely.
get the
Yeah.
content that you need at the same time take care of the babies and all that way. And you full time porn star, am I correct?
I'm full-time porn star right now, yes.
And it's tough, ain't it?
People think that it's like you just post yourself online, you look pretty, and you get paid. That's far from the truth.
Oh no, especially when you're doing it yourself.
Oh, 100, you're your own boss. You have to
Yeah.
like people put these different things in place for you to follow during the day. They schedule your things for
Mhm.
you. Being your own boss, you have to do all that yourself and the work. So it's like people don't understand that it's more than just what they see online.
Yeah, because you got to sit down and edit the footage.
Oh,
You got to
you got to
promote.
make the footage, you got to set up the shoot, you got to set up your lighting, you got to take down your lighting, you got to clean up your house, you got to be a mom. Like a lot of people aren't moms doing this either.
Oh
Like
no, you got
majority
to
of people
time
are
it to where the kids ain't around
right,
and they
exactly. You
ain't
got to
gonna
make sure you
bother.
have an appropriate environment for what you're trying to do. You got to make
Mhm.
sure you're doing it in a way that is making sure that you're staying on track and making sure that you're planning what you need to do because
Mhm.
it's not just like if you're coming into making content without a plan, you're gonna fail.
Oh
Period.
yeah.
Period.
I tell any female you should come into this business, any business, with a 5 year plan.
Oh
This is
yeah.
the only genre or business that people come into it. They ain't even got a 2 month plan.
Oh no, and that's why I mean I was on a different podcast and we were talking about how people aren't here after 6 months of starting.
Mhm.
You see people start and then you don't see them 6 months down the line and you're still
Yeah,
going, you're still kicking.
because they think that they don't realize
Mhm.
it's not about that 1 month. It's about being consistent
Exactly.
with it.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Hmm.
It's about making money over time. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh,
And see,
100%.
because with OnlyFans, the saturation,
Hmm.
no, I'm sorry that you blocked me, Miss B Nasty, but I don't care. You can get over it. The Miss B Nasty, the Jimmy Smacks, the Bell Thorns, and all that kind of made it seem like what we do ain't shit and it's easy. And you can make money like that.
Right, right, right. Like you're gonna blow up overnight and you're gonna be making millions of dollars. It's like no. I mean, you see people with hundreds and thousands of followers and they're not making millions of
Oh
dollars. They're
no.
making tens of thousands of dollars because
But
they
see
don't
that facade they see though. It's the
because they
facade they
don't
see.
even though they're doing really good on Twitter and they're posting themselves online, they don't know how to make the money. You gotta translate those followers into dollars, you know?
And speaking about that, now I'm gonna tell you what I like about you, and I'm gonna do my particulars.
Yeah.
You have very long for your post. You have very descriptive, posting as far as wording. Like you kind of
Yeah.
like try to tell a story
Yeah.
with the post. Well, why do you do that? Why everybody else
So
just.
when I was starting on Twitter and I was kind of like stagnant around like 4,000, 5,000 followers for like a
Mhm,
while. And like, yeah, the stuff I post is good. The stuff I post is hot, but it wasn't getting any engagement. It wasn't getting any interaction. I was getting like five
mhm,
likes, maybe two reposts, maybe, and maybe like 1,000, 2,000 views, right?
mhm,
So I'm like, what is going on? And so I'm going on. I mean, for example, Red Hot with Rose, she's
mhm,
big. She's a big
mhm,
creator, but she's doing stories. Like
mhm,
she's telling a story. She's telling the viewer what she does and
mhm,
how she does it. And it's like you could post a picture and say, "What did you notice about this picture?" And you can get some comments and whatever.
mhm.
But if you're telling a story and you're getting your fans involved in this whirlwind of a story and this fantasy, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This industry is a fantasy. Majority of the stuff that you see when you're watching porn online is not real. That's not your stepmom. That's not his stepmom. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
actually.
real. That's a fantasy. That's something that you are like, oh, that's my kink. That's what turns me on. That's something that I wish I could do. So some of the stuff that I say is like over exaggeration, but majority of the stuff is like, that's who I am. That's what I think about when I'm like, okay, if I'm going to go into a shoot, like, this is what I want out of it. Or like, this is my fantasy of what I want to be done to me. And that's a real fantasy of mine. And that's something that happens to me in real life. Like, these things are real things. So when you're telling it from a more real aspect, I feel like it's more believable to the fans. It's more, you can buy into it a little bit more. So you're not only selling content, you're selling a fantasy. So sell it, you know?
And with that being said, welcome smokers to the Smokers Lounge. How y'all doing? You know who I am. I'm Kevin Norby, Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Four sponsors to tell you about, the first one being the hottest adult magazine in the game, RossismMagazine.com. Next up, award-winning, award-nominated, voiceover with smut, and they even got award-nominated side of their website, which is dedicated to virtual reality, aka VR. They call it B, but we talk about none other than blusherotica.com. Also, for all you people that love candles, whether you love candle wax on your body or you just like some candles that smell good to set the mood when you about to get your freak on, I got you covered. The Kinky Candle Company is on Etsy. The link is in the description. They got wonderful smelling candles and even non-scented candles for all your sexual needs. And for your legal needs, I got the legal beagle that you need right now. Her name is Mitchell Ferrari, aka the Queen of Law from the Queen City. She can help you with your record being expunged. She can help you when it comes to gun laws. She can help you fellas when it comes, and ladies, because some of y'all do be on child support as well, with child support and many other things that involves legal aid. So the link is in the description. You can find her on Facebook as well as on Instagram. She's a legit lawyer. So yeah, go check out the Queen of Law. Also, check me out 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswatradio.com. Also at skyhoapp.tv.com, as well as the BGP LLC app. As you was hearing this sexy voice talking, I'm gonna sit back and let this gorgeous, sexy, beautiful young lady who apparently has made a name for being probably one of the freakiest women in the business. And she just sounds, and she also can mesmerize you with her writing, apparently. Introduce herself. Go ahead and tell them who you are, baby.
Hi, I am Ivy Andrews. I am a new up-and-coming porn star, and I'm blowing up on Twitter, so you better go follow me at Miss Ivy Andrews. You can find me on Instagram at Ivy Andrews with 3 S's at the end, and at OnlyFans at Ivy Andrews. No extra X's, just Ivy Andrews.
Yes, because I did my research. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
You make sucking a dick look like a work of art.
Because I enjoy it. It's like something I actually enjoy doing. I have an oral fixation. So it's
I can tell, because you can tell females that really enjoy sucking the dick by the way they look. Even with the pop shot, it's just like they're just in so euphoria, right?
Right. It's like, are they eager for it? Like, you can see it in someone's eyes. Like, they're eager to have this. Or it's like, this is just a mundane thing and I'm doing. It's just my job. It's just what I got to do. It's like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that.
Oh, no. I like the girl that, like, I've had this happen numerous times filming. I'm getting head and I'm ready to change position. She stops me like, no, I'm not finished yet, motherfucker.
Exactly. I'm enjoying myself. This is more like, there are women that come from head. And you know those are the ones that are the freaks. Like, if you're not coming, like, you're not enjoying the whole experience. It's a whole experience.
Oh, so you come from here.
I can come from head. I can come from rimming. I can come from eating pussy. Like, I can come from whatever I do, really.
So you got a true, what's called or oral fixation. Actually, you have an orgasmic body. Let's say.
Yes, I have an orgasmic body. I have an oral fixation. I'm a no limit bitch.
Oh, all right. So I know you a dream to work with then, because that
Yeah,
means that
I've been
you.
told.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, because I love seeing, because me, I know what a real orgasm look like. I love
Yeah,
seeing a woman that's multi-orgasmic during a scene.
right,
And you
right.
can really tell,
Yeah.
period.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I don't I mean, I come pretty easily
Mhm.
um just in general because I enjoy the whole like atmosphere of it, the whole experience of it. If the other person's into it, I'm into it. It's when the other person's not into it, it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, this is a situation that you don't want to be in. And now I don't want to be in it.
I feel you. I'm sitting looking at your Twitter feed now. You have a very nice fat ass, yo.
Thank you. It's the Italian in me. People are
I
like,
knew it was a reason
how is
why I
there,
liked you. I
and I
love me
don't
some
have a
Italian women.
BBL. I don't have a BBL. That's just the Italian in me.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna front. You Italian women, boy, y'all,
Oh
dick,
yeah. Oh
dick,
yeah.
that
I
ass.
was
So
blessed by birth.
yeah, I can see out this piece. So because do you sometimes, before I even ask the next question, do you sometimes have what is called a deceptively thick booty that when they first see you, maybe in clothes, they may not realize how fat the ass is until you get into your outfit?
I would say I used to wear leggings where that may have been the case. But my booty, when I'm standing sideways, it's like I mean, there's an obvious booty there.
Oh
Like
yeah,
when I
oh
stand,
yeah.
there's obvious like if I go sideways, like there's no like doesn't matter what pants I'm wearing.
And,
I would
and,
say that I have been wearing recently these more like scrunch butt pants just because they're more
mhm.
comfortable for me, but they really make my ass look like woo, like,
And I can
like
tell you can arch that back very well too. So
but yeah, so I mean, yeah, I don't think I have a deceptive boot. I mean, I guess it's like pleasantly deceptive if it is.
no, because I had girls that I shot with, and at first I didn't realize how fat of an ass they had.
Yeah.
And then when they get out their clothes and get into the lingerie or what have you, I'll be like, damn, girl, you got a bubble.
Right,
That
right.
ass is beautiful.
Right. Some girls know how to hide it well because when you grow up as like a young female, you're told to like
Hmm.
cover up, or else like guys are gonna do stuff to you. Like, okay, do
Shoot.
it.
Nowadays, because they show out, got they shit. I be seeing some of the high school girls, I be like, you the mama or you the daughter? They tell the difference nowadays.
Right, I
Oh man.
know. Gosh.
So how
There's
long have you been in the business?
um I have been doing this for about a year and a half now, seriously. I've
Okay.
been on OnlyFans since like 2020, not really
Mhm.
doing it, like not really doing it seriously, not really making any money. I was making maybe like $100 a month, maybe.
Mhm.
But I was going to nursing school and I was like, I don't like blood. I don't like people. I don't I don't like dealing with people telling me like really what to do. I've always kind
Mhm.
of been my own like
Mhm.
business person. I was a personal trainer before that.
Mhm.
So just kind of like diving into things that I enjoy doing and that I want to do for the rest of my life and things that I'm good at doing. So like
Mhm.
I was going through nursing school is the most stressful thing in my entire life. I didn't even want to do it. And I was spending like a buttload of money on it. And I
Mhm.
started like doing it as like a side gig and I was doing like half and half. And I was like, okay, I'm a student and I'm going to be doing this for money
Mhm.
because I don't want to go do a 9 to 5 job and try to do this at the same time. It's not going to happen.
Mhm.
So I ended up being really, really successful on OnlyFans for the first like 4 months. I was really like putting my all into it.
Mhm.
So I was like, fuck nursing school.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
but
do
see, that
this.
happened to a lot of the girls with OnlyFans because
Mhm,
when you hear the stories, they're
mhm.
making that six figures. It's always within the first three to, and this is no bullshit because you proved my point. It's
Right.
always the first to 3 to 4 months. The reason why, because now you're a new face.
Mhm.
So you're going to draw their attention, especially if you're good looking like she is, got a banging body.
Yeah.
So it's going to draw attention. It's about month 5 through 8 is the telltale of the game.
Oh,
Go ahead.
100%. And making your connections and making sure that you're being a part of the community. If you're trying to be an individual and you're trying to do this all on your own, you have to be a part of the community. You have to be with other creators and collaborate with them, because they've got an audience that you will need and you'll have an audience that they'll need. And then you just kind of, that's what a collaboration is. And that's, that word's been muddled around for, God. And I've seen so many podcasts talking about it too, where it's like, what is a collaboration? What is a paid shoot? And there are so many fans that don't know anything about the industry. They think because they have an OnlyFans tag in their bio, they've got 3 pictures of their dick on their profile. Let's do a collaboration with 2 views and 3 likes on your dick pic. No.
No. We don't do that.
So completely one-sided.
So before I get into the content conversation, because we're gonna get to that, trust me.
Yeah.
So before, what was you filming? Was you filming boy girl? Or was you just filming solos?
I was kind of like, I had always been filming before OnlyFans. That's just something that was my kink. That's just something I really liked doing. That's something that I like to go back and watch, because I'm like, when I fuck, it's like an experience for both parties. And I really like to look back and be like, oh, like that was really hot. I want to do that again. Or that was really hot. I just want to think about that again. And so I had like a ton of porn. And of course I would ask the people that I was with beforehand if I could use it. And they're like, yes. But so I had a bunch of just like boy girl stuff already with a bunch of different people. And they were okay because their face wasn't in it. It was all point of view. Yeah. And that was before OnlyFans was like cracking down on tagging and everything. Yeah. Anyways, so I was like, okay, well, I have their permission via text. I'm going to use it. And then I started getting into like, okay, filming with a fan. How am I going to go about that? Because now I'm on these dating apps and I'm just trying to be like a normal person, having a normal sex life. And it's like, okay, well, now they're going on my sites and they're like, but you do OnlyFans. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to film with me, that's fine. If you don't, that's cool. But like, it's a totally different world when you're creative, because it's like, who just wants to fuck because they're a fan, and who wants to like actually talk to you because they find you like interesting as a person. Yeah,
it kind of muddies the waters a lot, especially in this day and age.
Oh yeah.
Period. Because it's so easy for someone to even start with OnlyFans, or even start into this business, right? Technically, compared to when I came in, it was a totally different world then.
yeah. I've been told. I've been working with some people who left the business, came back, and it was like, this is like a female's world now, female creators world, female actors world now, because you get to pick and choose what you want to do, because now you're your own boss. You don't have to worry about producers. You don't have to worry about someone scheduling you out, because now you can get discovered anywhere and everywhere. Yeah. And you get to pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And I think that's really empowering for women now, because before it was like, you go out to LA and you film for 2 weeks maybe, or for a month. You get paid a certain amount and then you go home. And then the next time when you run out of money, you just kind of do it again, as for what I've been told. And I'm like, that sucks, because I could probably make that same amount of money in a week or 2.
And see, the thing about it is, in this day and age, girls figure that out. Back when I came in the game, they wanted to get paid and trick. Right. Because the trick money came right then and there.
Right.
Period. Right that same day.
Quick, fast, easy. Boom.
Yeah. So, but now they understand the value of having content and how it continuously can make you money.
Exactly. And being able to advertise it, because it doesn't matter if you have all this content on like backlog. If you don't tell anybody you have it, you're not going to sell it. Like, so, you could have 60 videos in your vault and no one knows.
So now you was already filming, you already were doing, you can say content trade. when did you step it up to work with professionals? Because you have a lot of girls who just stay right there where they just deal with
right,
the
they're
dude.
comfortable. They're
Yeah.
comfortable. I actually have a shoot planned with Corey Chase at the end of June, which is huge because she's been in the industry for 20 years and she's been doing the stepmom stuff. She's been killing the game. They have their own business now. Like, she's literally the first porn star I ever watched ever. And I came up to her at Exotica in New Jersey and I was like, I know, and she was eating and I was like, I'm sorry. And there was nobody there. I was like, this is my chance. It's my chance to just tell her, like, I'm a huge fan and I enjoy all of your work. And I just want to let you know that I admire you and I want to take a picture with you and I'll pay for the picture, whatever. We were chatting, we hit it off. Her husband took a picture of me and her, posted it on his page and said, who wants to see a new stepdaughter film? And I was like, I will 100% do that. I will 100% do that.
It's going to be high.
So excited. And yeah, they're like, okay, well, and then I got my mommy makeover at the beginning of the year, which we were going to start doing it then. I was like, I want to make sure I have the body first and then let's film because this is the first big like setup that I've done. And I did it myself. I didn't have anybody help me. I did it myself. I went to Exotica. And people will hate on Exotica and people will hate on these places, but it's a really, really good place.
Oh, no. If you're smart, you can get paid gigs, you can make connections and network at these places.
Oh, yeah.
I always tell girls, don't spend so much time shooting. Spend more time networking with the big with these companies because these companies all show up to Exotica, Avians, and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're looking for the new face.
But you want to make sure you're going to the right ones because I went to the one in DC because I live in that area.
Yeah.
It's not in DC, by the way.
Oh, no. I could have told anybody. Chicago. Yep. Chicago, definitely. Miami's a hit or miss. New Jersey, always a hit. Always a hit.
Yes. New Jersey is the place to be. You got your Guido. I mean, you got the Italian. It's like Sex City. You got Atlantic City over there. It's Sex City. You can't not go to New Jersey. And it's a big venue. It's a big venue. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of big porn stars there. Make connections and talk to these people. Don't be shy. like, don't talk to them and not give them something in return, but like be like, hey, I want to pay for a picture with you and chat it up with them. I can tell you that the porn stars there are much more willing to chat with you and talk with you about business than the other creators there.
Yeah.
Because the other creators there are just trying to get the money back from how much they paid for their booth. That's what it is. I was going to get a booth for DC and I'm so glad I didn't because that was like $1,500 just for the booth and you have to pay for the electricity and you have to pay for your own Wi-Fi. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you're not a big name, you're just throwing money away.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, and to me, you better off being the walk-around girl or you at somebody else's booth.
Right. So I might be helping out Corey Chase at her booth in Miami. So I'm really excited to do that at the end of June, go to Exotica Miami, meet up with some creators there that I've been trying to work with. But yeah, I'm trying to move to that next level of being a big name and showing everybody what I like to do. Like Kazumi, she's doing amazing. She is a no limit girl.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be. Because there's not a lot of no limit girls out there, and she is flaunting it, and she is doing her thing, and
But see, one of my favorite ladies. God damn, I just lost her damn name. Damn it. Well, she's a legend, and they asked her how was it that she was able to survive 10 years. She said because I became the biggest slut on camera.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever. She was like, I don't even like women. I did girl on girl, but you couldn't tell.
Right.
No, period. She
did
gay for pay. Yeah, she did lesbian for pay. It's just what to say. But say strap-ons and everything. So part of their job is to be the biggest slut on camera.
Yeah.
They need to see that blowjob wet. They want to see
Right.
the sex intense and it's hard.
But also, you need to sell the fantasy. If you like dick, you like all dick.
Yeah.
You don't like a particular dick. You're not a size queen. You like dick, you'll take whatever dick they give you. If you don't like dick, you don't like all dick, you're limiting yourself. You're in a very limited category. If you're only going to be a size queen, cool. Awesome.
But see, what people don't realize is that it's not about, okay, then size is a part of porn because it's the aesthetic. That's what people got to realize.
Exactly, yes.
It's the aesthetic. The bigger the dick, the smaller the girl, the better it looks. Let's just give one that. That's why you see big black brothers with little small 100-pound chicks.
Yes.
Period. So the main thing is girth that they look for in the industry. Length, not for so much. As long as you at least a good 7 to 8, you good. But you got to have girth so that when they see it down on the camera, because you got to remember, they're getting the dick and the pussy action some point of the scene.
Right. But what I'm talking about more is if you want to be the biggest slut on camera for your content, you're selling the fantasy to the people who are buying your content. Because they're everyday people. They're not porn stars. They're everyday people who have every size dick, who are every size person. They're not porn star aesthetic. That's what I have found that's successful for me. I enjoy it, but it's also makes the person think that could be them.
But see, you made a brand out of fucking fans. You get where I'm coming from, and let's unpack that show because like Claudia Marie, she's a legend, big titty girl. She does the fan videos. Now, guaranteed, not every last one of them motherfuckers is actual fans.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get twisted. Yeah. Some of them are actual guys that try and break into the business, or they're actual talent you just hardly seen. Because I know one they shot with back in the day. With you, how do you pick your fans to film with?
It's actually a very extensive process. And if you're willing to jump through the hoops that I'm going to put you through, then you're good in my book, I feel. So, I mean, I have my pinned tweet. I always make sure that people read through it first. It basically tells them all the requirements that I'm looking for in order to shoot. So basically how it goes is they read the tweet. What the tweet says is you need to get 10 panel test, 7 days max from when we're going to shoot. And we need to make sure that we pick a date. In order to lock in your date, you're going to make a deposit, because there's so many times when when I first started doing it, it would come the day before, hey, just making sure we're still on for tomorrow. Yes. 2 hours beforehand, we're still on for 2 hours. Like, I would check in. Ghost. Nothing. And I'm like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm not setting this up, setting aside my day, getting myself ready, getting my setup ready for you to not even give me the decency to say, I can't do it. Yeah. I'm nervous.
Oh, trust me, I've been there with the flakes, don't show up, no calls, missing in action. Yeah, I know, trust me.
Right. And it's like, when you're dealing with fans, you deal with the same thing. You deal with the flakiness, you deal with the uncertainty, you deal with all of that. So every time I do a fan shoot, I get a deposit, 20% of whatever we decide upon. And I know that fetish sells, and I know that I do all fetish.
Now, question. Are they paying for this? Meaning that this is a deposit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, they're paying to film.
They are paying to do a shoot with me. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They are paying to do the shoot.
Which is called a paid content trade.
Yes. So, but with the fans, I keep the content. They are paying for the experience to shoot a scene with me and have the experience with me. They do get the raw footage. So it's not like they're like, and I let them sell it on their platforms if they choose to do so. So It's having them go
I mean,
through
when
this
you think
process.
about it, since he did pay you, it kind of makes sense for him to be able to do that.
Oh yeah. And I always say that. I'm like, look, for my time and to set this up, and because you're not part of this industry, it's a little bit more work for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's more work to set it up. It's more
Yeah.
work to do the back and forth with you. It's more work to set up a date, and I do an intro call with everybody and make sure that the vibe
And
is
you're
right.
taking a greater risk, not because the test. It's not about the test because he's coming tested.
Right.
He can't keep it the fuck up. She may have to toss that footage.
Exactly. Or they didn't know how to move their body correctly in order to show what was happening, or they just kind of like let everything take over their body, and they didn't care. So it's like, look, all of these are filmed. Whether if you want your face in it, if you don't want your face in it, I'll blur your face. I'll make sure your identifiers like tattoos and things are blurred too, so that you don't have it shown. But this is all filmed, so you're going to have to bring your ID. You're going to have to sign these papers to make sure that I can use the footage after we do it. But I don't even collect a deposit until I even get to the intro call, because it's like that. I get it. It's sketchy. You don't want to just hand me money up front. Let's have a face-to-face conversation. Let's talk about what you want to do, like how you want the scene to go. I'll explain to you how basically doing a shoot like this, like how it is, because you get a vanilla guy from not inside the industry, they have no idea how this works. So I'm basically like teaching them what needs to be done. And I'm like, for that time and that amount of effort and that amount of just back and forth between all of these people, this is what my time is worth. And same with video calls. If someone just wants to have a playtime video call, I see so many girls that are like $15, $20. 15 minutes is $100 for me.
Well, I mean, you established porn star, so you're supposed to charge more than the average chick.
I charged that from the jump. I said, I'm not getting on a call until you have paid, because I had gotten on calls at the beginning when I first started, and I'd be like, okay, well, within the first 5 minutes, you need to make a payment or I'm hanging up the phone. And never paid. And I'm like, I'm doing all this shit again where I'm setting things up. I'm stopping my day for you.
And you don't show up.
And either you don't show up, or you're trying to like dilly-dally on the phone, so I'm staying on the phone for you a little bit longer. Like,
so
I went through all the games.
Well, he posted you can jerk off. Yeah, what you were saying there.
Yeah. So my Cash App's not working right now. Okay.
That's when he busted his nut. Oh my God.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm not even starting until we get this payment. And sometimes people just get off on the fact of like they're having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, not anymore.
So I'm gonna ask you this then. Now you have some ladies, and I'm asking this: why go the route of dealing? Because you could easily just work with some male talents and play them as fans.
Yeah.
Why do the actual fan? Because it's a headache that's behind it. So why does so my smokers can understand why girls go through the fuck fan videos?
So for me personally, I've had a lot of great success with the fuck a fan videos, especially on OnlyFans, because the people who are on your page are those people. The people, and they have the fantasy of being that person. And like I said before, you have to sell the fantasy to them. And the biggest fantasy to them is this porn star is fucking her fans and enjoying it and continuously setting them up and telling people that she's doing it. Like, how exciting. And a lot of people get off by either watching themselves in the video, because it's like, oh, all these guys are buying this video and they're watching me do this to her. And depending on the level of kink that they do, it's more arousing to them. So it's like they're part of the experience. They get the raw footage, which they get to sell if they want and make the money back. if they
Which
want.
9 times out of 10 they ain't even gonna do that because they probably just keep it just.
But I'm not gonna give you the fully edited version that I worked hard to then do. You can do it with yours if you want, but I'm not gonna give you what I'm selling. And I had a video that I did, and it was so fucking good. It was such a good video, and I didn't get paperwork. And I went to the person afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, like, can you just? I'm gonna send this over to you. Can you just fill this out for me? And can you just send me like the ID and stuff?" And he's like, "Well, I want to split the profits with you." And I'm like, "That's not what we discussed."
No, I know what happened. He showed that video to some people.
And they did it for free. They didn't even pay me. They didn't even pay me to do it. It was a free video. It was so good. And I can't sell it. And I was like, not anymore. This is not happening. I'm making sure we get pictures. Because, I mean, I saw the ID, made sure that they're 18, but I didn't get the pictures
paperwork. Before. Because that's the first lesson I learned in this business. The first lesson was the first shoot that I ever did. I could not use because I did not get the paperwork from the girl.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't
that's the worst feeling ever, because you're like, I could have made so much money off of this.
Mine was worse. Actually, I took that back. I didn't know. I didn't know until I talked to a lawyer. And then when he told me, from then on, you sign that paperwork ID.
Immediately. When you first get to see each other, no in between, no like we'll do this right after. It's never gonna happen.
Well, you even get your ass in the tub and take a shower, boo-boo, sign this.
Right, exactly. I filled out all this stuff. Here, hold the ID next to your face. I'll take the picture. You don't need to do nothing. Just sign it and understand what's going on here.
So now that, how much of you, with your content, you try not to typecast yourself, pigeonhole yourself into the fan fuck videos? Because you know this about the industry, because you done been in it long enough to kind of see.
Right.
The people that run the industry, that book the girls from the Asian wherever, they're fickle, and they really look down upon how much content you shoot.
Right.
And who you shoot with.
Exactly.
So how much do you try to
shoot, and what you shoot?
Bingo. Yeah. So how do you balance it out to where you still can make yourself marketable to the mainstream to get the paid gigs? At the same token, you're not so tight casted to she's the fangirl. You get what I'm from?
Right. I feel like I have been aware of that. I've talked to different modeling agencies and different agents, and them telling me like, "Oh, I don't do this. I don't subscribe to that. Like, none of my girls do this. None of my girls do that." I have a few tattoos, but every agent I've talked to is like, "You've got the girl next door look. Like, you've got like the very cute whatever, like you've got a nice body and like limited tattoos." I'm like, I want a sleeve. I want more tattoos, but like, ugh. And then they're like, and I was like, and I'm pretty no limit. They're like, well, we don't do any water sports. We don't do any like what all these like kink fetish like type stuff, because you can make more money off of it, but there is a very limited audience for that. You can get a wider audience.
And see, people don't realize that it's much. It like, put it this way, it's kind of like, even like with anal. Because do you do anal?
Yes.
Yeah. People don't realize it's a limited audience for anal. Only a few people want to see it. You know, that's why a girl got mad at me and said, I told him, I said, porn was made off the back of boy, girl. Regular, smegular fucking. Just, you fucking, ain't no anal.
Right.
It's probably a BJ, you know.
Right.
And actually, back in the day, it probably was total the scene. Actually, probably about 7 minutes, 10 minutes, fucking, to be honest with you. You know, with a little talking at the beginning and the end.
Right,
anyway,
right. You said the scene.
Yeah, but the point being is, someone was like, no, there's different genres of porn and this. No. The general money-making sense is you fucking a dude.
Yes.
You know, period. Even though with girls, and girls want to sit here and argue me down about solos, there's a shelf life when it comes to solos. As much as
You
girls
got the
want to say
same
it's not.
toy, you're in the same room, you got the same background, you got this, you're doing the same thing, you make the same noise, you come at the same time. Like, yeah, someone wants to see a dick in you at some point.
You can't. The only way you can survive, if you survive, the only way you can survive 10 years by shooting solo is you webcam and stream like a motherfucker.
Or you've got the best fucking body I've ever goddamn seen.
Yeah.
Those are the only options.
Yeah, and trust me, you got a suitcase full of toys.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a suitcase, goddamn. You might even have a fuck machine or a saving somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, and
yeah.
You can't just. I mean, I've said this before too, and same thing with couples too. Like people who are trying to break into the industry, and they're a couple, and they're like, "Oh, well, I only do scenes with my partner." Okay, that's cool. We don't want to see the same dick all the time, even though it's dick. We know what you like. We know what he likes. Now we need to see someone else introduced into the mix. So I've been seeing other couples like introduce another girl, or like
they missed it. They need another. If she in the couple, the female is the focal point.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if y'all. They're not there to see the dude.
Right. That's what I tell the fans too. I'm like, they're not here to see you. They just want to see another dick in me.
Yeah, that's it. They want to see her getting fucked.
Right.
You know, whether it's a dildo, dude, or what have you. And trust me, if they get tired of seeing her stuff a dildo on her coochie, of course they're gonna get tired of seeing the same dick. It just you know, that's why even with me, with the girls that I worked with when I was doing the manager thing, the producer thing, what have you, I was the resident male talent, and then I brought in guys to kind of mix it up. So one, Hollywood, they see all you fucking is one dick, they're not going to book you. It's a reason why a lot of the plug went ahead and fucked Jason Love. She trying to get booked, people. She trying to get booked.
Yeah. And if you are limiting yourself in what you do, and look, hey, if you don't feel comfortable doing certain things, you will stay in a certain level. Yeah. And that's okay. You don't have to do things you don't want to do. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, if you don't branch out, or if you don't find other ways to keep people interested, you will just stay where you are or fall off.
Actually, honestly, fall off at some point because you have to evolve.
Yeah,
and I think that's what girls don't get. You have to evolve. It's the reason why Sarah J stayed around for so long. It's the reason why Jenna Jameson stayed around for so many years. Right. And so many other ones. Shit, hell, it's because they evolved with time. They evolved. Right. You know, they weren't doing the same thing they were doing in year one.
Right. And you understand what your audience is, and knowing your niche, and knowing where you are, and knowing where you can get into based off of, like, there's subcategories of niches. You need to make sure that you can cover all of them if that's where you want to stay. And if you're just in this little tiny pocket right here, there's so much more room to grow, but you're not willing to learn from other creators. And that's why I love working with not only fans, because it teaches me how to run a shoot, and when I'm at a shoot, how I want it to go. With another creator or with a producer, it kind of makes me more aware, because I'm like, now I'm dealing with the talent. Yeah. Now I have to, like, tell them.
It teaches you to be a kingmaker.
Right. Exactly. And knowing that that's so difficult to do. I don't want to be difficult when I'm on set. I don't want to be that difficult person. I want to be the one that's eager and ready to work.
Basically. Because I'm telling you, as a producer, the one thing I hated was a female. It was like pulling teeth together to do shit. You know, and she making everything difficult, have an attitude, because you're trying to get this shit over with so you can go to fuck home and eat dinner.
Right. You don't want to be there as much as she's acting like she doesn't want to be there.
I mean, even though we fucking, don't get it twisted. It's like, okay, I enjoy sex. Don't get it twisted. But I'm trying to go to fuck home because it's work.
Because it's fucking and it's work. And when you mix the two together, it gets a little stressful, but you got to get it done.
Yeah, because even to the point, like even if you're a talent that produces and you're in front of the camera,
mm-hmm.
you directing while you're on camera. Because even to the point that, for example, with your situation, when you deal with established male talent, they know how to move her in position
Exactly.
to look good. Versus when she dealing with fans, she got to move herself because they're not thinking like that.
Right.
Unless
Exactly.
they got an imagination like me, because I did pretty damn good my first time. I shot myself. I said, "Damn, okay, maybe I can do this." But no, but how often do you film in general to keep up with updates?
So I have a backlog of things that I just haven't released yet because it's just like I have a gangbang video that I have. I did 2 different events. The first one I have the full video of. The second event I broke it into 2 parts. I have the first part done and I still have to get to the second part. Because if you're doing all the editing and you're doing all the shooting, and that particular type of shoot was 4 hours of footage for one part and 4 hours of footage for the second part.
Okay, how many do? How many? Okay, we about to unpack this gangbang here because remember I asked people that did the gangbang and anal, so she already knocked out 2 of the questions that I was going to ask. So how many dudes in the gangbang?
So for the first one, there was 8 total, and it was the first one I'd ever thrown. So I didn't know that I needed to take a break or eat in between or whatever. And I was just like a literal gangbang. I was just being used up, and I was just like passing out. I was like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm just being.
They wouldn't stop fucking your ass for shit. Like, damn it.
They wouldn't stop fucking me, and I'm just like,
Can you come already?
And they're like, there's another person coming in. Are you okay? I was like, I guess. And I'm just like fuck drunk, and I'm just like going through it. So the second time I did it, I was like, okay, there needs to be 2 separate parts. And because some people will come to the first one, and when you're throwing these types of things, it's like they'll either come or they won't. And it's like, in order to have a gangbang type video, you need to have more than 3 people, 4 people.
Yeah, about 3 to 4. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's like, okay, well, we need to make sure that we invite enough people and like say that there's a certain amount of spots so that it feels exclusive and it gives a little urgency to be the one in it. So after the first one, I got so many people from FetLife trying to join in. So I was like, there's 10 spots available. There's only 10 spots available. I ended up getting 8 people in the first half. And then I ended up getting 12 people in the second half. So I had a fluffer for the second one. That was also something I learned from the first one.
It's a difference between you just doing like a gangbang part versus you trying to film a gangbang.
Right. But also it's like these are people's first gangbangs ever. They've never stroked their dick in front of people before in their life. So it's like,
man, trust me, it's a lot of stroking because
because you gotta keep it up, and you're only one. There's only one girl. There's 12 guys, one girl. You gotta figure it out there, dude.
Oh no, I walk over that bitch. No, I'm going straight to the mouth limp.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't give a damn.
And then you have the more dominant people who kind of like take control of the situation, and like they're there for one thing and they're going to make sure that they get what they get out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, you got to let this person in because this person's a little shy. You got to let them in here.
I mean, they do right there, get their head like, all right, hey, bro, we need to switch real quick. I'm ready now, goddamn. Let's go.
You're the more dominant person, and you've got, especially with fans and people who are amateurs who've never done it before, or it's like their second one, third one, whatever, but they've never been filmed. Like there's so many different variables that go along with what I did that was stressful, not only for me, but for the person who was helping me throw it, because he's communicating with the people who are coming in and making sure that one, we figure out, do you want to be on film? So we had like wristbands for people. So when I go in and edit everything, I'm like, okay, this person doesn't want to be in the video. This person is okay. This person, like, it doesn't care if their face is in it. So it's like, it makes it easier for me when I go in and edit everything. But 4 hours of footage from 3 different camera angles.
That's serious. And that was a lot of editing because you talking about 3 camera angles. So that means lining up audio with the
Yeah.
video, the different
And if
angles.
there's 2 good angles, you want to line up the video so that they sync with each other too.
Yes.
Ugh,
It's a lot to go into filming a gangbang. It's probably the toughest. That and an orgy is the 2 toughest things to ever film.
Yes.
Because you're not going to get all the action. The kids just get the most important.
Right. But you want to make sure you get the cum shots. That's the most important.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, and when you got all these amateurs that have never filmed before, it's like, okay, well, here's the camera here. If you want to, like, once you announce it, like, say something, be like, I'm about to, and someone will come grab it. So I was like, seriously, like, yell it out. Like, I don't care. Like, if someone's close to the camera, you need to grab it and you need to get it because I can't do it. I'm incapacitated at the moment and I can't do it.
No, you can't. You need another camera person. You have to have a camera. This is not a POV. And like even if anything that involves more than 2 people, you need a camera person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, definitely. And I've actually never filmed with a camera person before while I'm having sex. I have just had set up cameras or do POV. So I've never had someone.
So you never had a cameraman?
What's up?
You never had a cameraman film it?
No, I've never had that. Never. So all of my stuff is very amateur. Very amateur.
So I'm asking you this. So have you shot with? I'm pretty sure you shot with established talent. A couple I've seen from your.
Oh, actually, I lied. I did shoot with someone who shot when I went to Florida for Jordan Wright and Hectic's SVU house. I was.
Yeah, I figured you shot with them. I'm about to say, yes, I know he.
That was the first time. I was like, wait, hold on. Yes, I have. Never mind. Because I'm like, was there? That was the first time I ever did that, though.
Tell me it didn't feel good.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to worry about, am I getting the camera angles right? Like, he's going to tell me, like, hey, move your leg. Like, you're blocking the camera. Open your body. Like, I don't have to look at the cameras and be like, hold on, let me just scooch this. Let me just open my leg this way so that you can see things.
So it's kind of like with the way that you shoot it. Because even with me, I never did, I always did POV. I had a cameraman, don't get it twisted.
Right.
Everybody know that. But like the way that I also did POV stuff. The only time I ever used tripod is when I had her ride me. But I never did a setup with 3 cameras. So how do you work that? Because it's kind of like for how can I put this? How do you know which camera to focus on for what part of the scene? Because the reason why I say that, because you got 3 cameras that might be pressed. You got one that's in the front, probably one to the left, one to the right. I don't know how far if you got.
Yeah, so basically, this is my bed. I'll have one that gets like the whole bed, the whole side view of the bed, because if someone's laying down and I'm riding them, you get the side view. I have one that's basically like catty corner to the bed, so like literally in the corner of the bed, and then one facing straight on. So if I'm riding, you can see my ass jiggle, or if I'm turned the other way, like doggy, wherever I'm facing is where I'm looking.
And see, here's the other key is to get them angles without catching the other camera.
Right. So if I see that I'm looking good in both different views, I'll switch between looking between both of them because I know that I can put them side by side and have the fan pick whatever they want to see the most.
Yeah, because I've never done that setup. I said no, I'm too lazy for that. POV is just fine. I might give you different angles with the POV, you know what I'm saying, with me still holding the camera, but but I wasn't about to put 3 cameras because I know the editing of it is
right. But here's the thing is that my fully edited full version will have both views. But I can also sell separate clips of specifically what someone wants to watch. So part of this scene, I'm doing a blowjob for like 5 minutes. Okay. You could either buy the whole video or you could buy this clip of it. So being able to break down your full version content into smaller clips that people want to see, because I don't know how many times I've been asked, I don't want that whole video. I just want to see you having anal, or I just want to see you giving a blowjob, or I just want to see you doing doggy, or I just want to see POV. Cool. I know what I need to hit in my scenes so that I not only can sell a whole video, but I can also sell these individual clips.
Oh no, I had this conversation a long time ago. I said you should know how to be able to flip your clips. Back in the day, we was able to flip our clips. I'm not gonna say the number because I always get it wrong when I count it. Subscription, clip, well, actually full clip, chopped up clips, DVD, because you had it as DVD, and then of course, if they wanted it sent to them like Dropbox or whatever, that was the 5 ways that you can get it. Now I don't know all the ways now to a certain extent, but a lot of people don't even understand how to even flip that one scene.
No.
So which brings me to this question, because you mentioned content, how many people been having arguments about content.
Right.
And one of the biggest arguments is females have an issue of where dudes now place their content. How they place their content, how they make their money with their content.
Right.
From, as we know, video sharing with the Pornhub, with the X video. You put this shit up for free. If you join that what Macaulay, you get money off the views. You got the premium content side of things, where a guy pays a certain amount, he'd be able to watch everything in the premium content. You just get higher money for the views.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some girls don't like certain sites. Some girls even have restriction on what sites you can put it on if you want to work with them. So what do you think about all of this from your lens?
I would say don't throw away money. I would say if you're working with someone who is getting views, and it's really hard for male creators to make a buck in this industry with being a personal creator. That's not like a porn star, because even the porn stars, it's hard for them too. Yeah. So I'm like, I like to have a conversation with them of like, this is what we're putting out. Now, wherever you put it out, tag me, because guess what? If you put it out somewhere where I'm not, or I don't have a big audience on, someone's going to find me because they like me. And then I get the subscription, and then I can sell them whatever I want to sell them, solo, whatever. Don't limit yourself with where you're at. Don't limit yourself with where you're advertising, because Pornhub is a great place to advertise your OnlyFans. X videos, all these places. Just don't put the whole scene out there. You know, if someone's paying for it to watch it, let them get the money, let them get the bag. If it's a trade, you should be able to sell your content where you are selling your content originally.
I agree with that.
As long as the name, and that's the big problem right now, is names are not being put in titles, names are not being put in descriptions, tags are not being done. People are not getting recognition, and that's where the problem is.
See, to me, it's like this. I get the argument for the ladies, right? Because a lot of it is, well, one, okay, my thought, they pocket watching. On the other end, they're thinking about their brand. I get that, but to me, from the school that I came from, the more places you're being seen, the more traffic you put to yourself, because 100%. If they see you, they're going to Google the woman.
Exactly. They don't care about the guy. They care about who the guy's fucking. And if they're like, holy shit, that guy's fucking that girl, how the fuck? Where did this girl come from? I need to look this girl up. They're going to come to you. That's why you do a collab, is to introduce a new audience to you. And that's free advertisement for you. You didn't have to do the work and put it out there. They're making $15 when you could sell, and they're selling what? These little tiny clips to make the smallest amount of money that they can make. When they get sent to you.
Here's some of the arguments that I heard. And no shots to anybody that made these arguments. I ain't mad at you. I get what you're saying. I'm just presenting her arguments.
Right.
If they see it for free, it's not going to make them go pay to see it on my site.
Right.
If he puts it there and he charges less than what I charge, it's going to make them go there.
Right.
But my pushback upon that to anyone that say that, and I didn't say that to them, is you do realize it takes more than one scene to get that check.
Right. Exactly. You've got more content to sell. That guy just has, and don't put the whole scene out for free. But if you're going to put clips out for a certain amount of money, you need to.
But I mean, even if he did,
you don't go less than this amount because
it's like this. Even if he did, this is my pushback. Y'all are going to make more money off the scene, even if he put the shit up there for free on Pornhub and that bitch got 1 million views.
It's not from that scene, it's from other scenes you do.
Yeah, because the simple fact of the fans are coming to see you.
Yep.
They're coming to see me because I fucked her.
Right.
And I fucked this chick, and I fucked this chick, and I fucked this chick. You know what I'm saying? They come to see the girls that I'm fucking.
Right.
They're coming to see her. They don't care who's fucking her.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's 100%. And you're getting exposure for work that you don't
on a platform that you're not even on. So you're drawing traffic from a platform you're not even on to your shit.
Exactly. Like, I'm not really big on many bids, but another creator I shot with is okay. Well, now that they know who I am, now they're on my Twitter. Now they see where I'm at. They're going to go to my shit, or they're going to help me grow that platform that I'm not so popular on. And that's why you do collaborations, because these audiences are just in this little bubble. And if you just enter that bubble, now they're going to venture into your area. And like you said, male creators, they don't care about what the male creator is doing. They care about who they're doing it with. So if you're going to limit someone from what they can do with the content that you shoot together, that you have agreed is both of your content to do as what you wish, you should allow the person to do with what they wish.
No, because
exposure. And then in the future, like you said, it's not a sprint, it's a fucking marathon.
Because to me, it's like this. Is it that because girls are not making pandemic money anymore, is it that's what it is? Because it's like this.
I
this
think
argument wasn't there
years ago. Mindset.
So
a lot of these girls who started in the pandemic are like, oh, I don't have to do this job, or I never have to work, or I was going to school and now I never have to work a day in my life. They never went through the customer service. They never went through the business. They were never a manager of anything. They never ran their own business. Things just worked out. And that's cool. But now you got to put your business cap on. I see too many, and this really bugs me because I'm like, you're scaring your fans away. Too many creators talking about fans who send them a dick pic, or I'm like, yes, it's unwarranted. And yes, you have your boundaries.
Yeah.
They want to show you their dick because they're jacking off to you right now. Make money off of it. They got their dick in their hand. Sell them some content.
Why the fuck do you think they got dick ratings now?
Right. If someone is showing me their dick, I'm saying cha-ching, 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 because they are going to pay whatever I tell them to pay for this content that they want.
I'm going to say this. I get unsolicited dick pics, and I'm a straight heterosexual man.
Yeah.
And retired from porn. So what that tell you?
Yeah. I mean, hey, the reason why they're on your page is because they're jacking off to you. What do you think they're doing behind the screen? Now they're just showing you what it is. You don't have to rate their dick. You don't have to do that if you charge for it. But you can be like, hey, like, flirt with them. They are ready to go and they are ready to pay.
And see, too, also, I think a lot of girls put too much emphasis into making money off the content. Because now we're about to get to the good part. Because you're a full timer. So
Okay.
how old do you make money to be a full timer?
I will. So basically, what my day looks like is I will wake up, I will work out, I will work from like 11 a.m. to like 5 p.m. I'll get my kid from daycare, I'll have dinner, do the whole thing, play with her, have my family time. Then I'm working from 8 p.m. till maybe 3 a.m. And then I wake up and do it again. So I'm constantly working because I need to be available, not available to my fans in a way where they're controlling what I'm doing, but it's more like I'm available because the way you
You
make
treat
your
it like a
money,
job.
yeah, it's your job, but you're also you're an entrepreneur, so you
Yeah.
don't work the 9 to 5 everybody else does.
No.
If you want to stay stagnant and you want to stay comfortable and just like
So do you
complacent,
webcam? So do you webcam? I'm pretty sure you do custom
I
videos.
have I've dabbled in some things and I haven't really fully dived into making them work. I did cam for a little bit and I was like, this is just not worth the return for me. Some girls can kill it,
Yeah.
not for me. And you have to find out what works for you, or
Yeah.
you're just going to be spinning your wheels and you're going to be wasting your time and you're going to get burnt out because you're trying to do too many things.
Yeah.
Find what works for you, find what's making you the money, and really zone in and make that your best thing.
Mhm.
That's my biggest advice because I tried to get into the camming. I was like, I'm making way more money per minute on OnlyFans and I'm wasting my time here for the return of the coins and whatever with the chatterbait. I'm like, this
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, 'cause I know
I
when
was
you saw that you saw that the cut for the creator was less than what
right.
the
Mm-hmm.
webcam hoster
Right.
gets. It's
Yeah.
they get
Yeah.
it's 60
So
40, they get the 60.
yeah, and it's just like this return and this math that we're doing here is just not adding up. This is not adding up to me. I don't like it. I don't want to have to do pennies to the cent on the token that you're giving me.
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm actually making. I don't know how much people are paying for these tokens. Like, this is not computing with me. I know that I make this amount of money on OnlyFans. I know that I make this amount of money on this type of content. And on OnlyFans, you need to have a conversation with the fan because they're not just going to hand you money from a mass message video that you've released. People want the conversation. That's why they're there.
So basically, like for what you do, so you, like I said, you do custom videos. I know you get them.
Oh, yeah.
Film your content. Probably what solo, twerk,
So a lot of
fetish.
customs are, I mean, because I charge a lot for my customs because, again, if I'm going to take time out of my day
See, that's
to
the key, people. That would help to make you go free.
yeah,
It may make you go
don't
full time. Them
do
custom guys.
something that you don't, if you don't want to do something, charge more for it.
Yeah.
Then it makes it more tantalizing for you to do.
Yeah.
But don't haggle, don't let them haggle and dime you for these things and be like, oh, I can only afford this. Great, I've got something for you. Don't throw the money away. Don't miss the opportunity. I've got something for you that you would like because I've been talking to you, so I know what you like. And my intro message, my auto intro message, I ask everybody, what do you like? What are your kinks? What do you? So I have people categorized into these people are tit guys, these people are ass guys, these people are both. These people don't like blowjob scenes. These people don't like gagging scenes. These like I know what these people like because I have a conversation with them. So if they can't afford XYZ, I have something you can afford though. And I know that you're gonna like it.
So how do you come up with what you're going to film? Because I take it that like what fetishes do you deal in?
I do water sports, but you can't do that on OnlyFans. So I'm trying to get onto many vids because they do allow that. Give me 1 second. I need to grab my charger from upstairs so that my
Go.
computer
You can
doesn't
go ahead.
die.
You can go ahead.
Give me 1 moment.
We're gonna be right back after this commercial break. We both had to go put our shit on the charge out this piece.
Yeah.
So,
We both need a little charge here.
so are you into BDSM?
I am. I am, but it's really hard to plan those types of shoots because a lot of the times it involves restraints and
Yeah.
having people that you trust. That's a big trust thing. And
Mhm.
I'm a switch. So like I'm a dom and I'm submissive. And I don't do as many
Mhm.
dom shoots because it's a very trust building type
Yeah.
of side of things. So
Mhm.
if people aren't comfortable and the things that you do as a dom, like there's a lot of boundaries that you need to set or those
Yeah.
people have, and every individual is different.
Mhm.
So I understand from a dom point of view of like what I would want to do,
Mhm.
and a lot of the times it's restraints because
Yeah.
that's the whole BDSM.
See, me, I was apostate. I was across the gambit. Like I like doing the restraints, but I also like doing the primal
Mhm.
stuff where yes, the animal anal plug is a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. You know, period.
I love primal, like just in general, just like whether it is shoots or my regular sex
Yeah.
life. I like getting so into it where it's like you're growling at each other. Like
Yes.
like you're not human anymore at that point. You're like you
Oh
literally
man, I like one of my favorite scenes was, and once again that got lost. It was just I hate scenes that get lost that you was fired
Mhm.
that I can never get back because
Yep.
she was dressed up as a cat and she had the
Mhm.
anal plug and everything. We did the whole sex scene. And at the end of it, I came in a bowl and she went down and licked it like a cat. Where we
Yeah.
caught it on film, period. And it's like I said with BDSM, it's so much that you can do within that realm.
Yes.
If you really put your imagination to it, that don't even involve the restraints to a certain extent, because
Yeah.
really it's more about just submission and domination and
Right.
energy stuff.
But there's a lot of boundaries involved, and especially like what people are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Building that trust with that dom submissive role is
Mhm.
really important because you can have someone that will tell you all day what they fantasize about, but when it comes down to actually doing said act,
Uh,
it's like, oh, no, 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 no. I just like watching it. And that's fine because we build that fantasy for you to imagine being in that spot.
mm,
But if we're building this shoot, and when I deal with submissive people, I
yeah.
probably have executed 2 to 3 of those scenes
Mm,
with like new subby, usually dom type
mm,
people. And when I used to try to set those up, I did the intro call for free, and then they would basically chicken out when it came to doing the deposit because they just wanted
mm,
to talk about the fantasy. They didn't want to
mm,
live the fantasy.
yeah.
So
Oh no, trust me, it's a crapshoot, especially with pet life,
yeah.
because
But I'm totally into BDSM and being the submissive in that type of role. But all of the scenes that I've been offered from different producers have been completely tied up, the ropes, the handcuffs, and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I need at least 3 references from you because those are extreme and they can get out of
yeah,
hand.
actually,
They
it
can get
to
out
me,
of hand.
I think what's okay. This is just my opinion. This is the reason why girls went to producers.
Mhm.
One of the things that I did as a producer and as a producer slash talent and being a dom, if I wanted to do dom scenes,
Mhm.
we built up to those bondage scenes.
Right.
Now, what I mean by that is, it's if we don't do it in the same weekend, like if, for example, if we did do the bondage slut train scene, let's say we did it in the first weekend that we worked together,
Mhm.
it would be the last day of our shoots that Sunday.
And that's
Like,
appropriate. I feel like
yeah,
that's appropriate
you
because
know what I'm
now
saying?
you understand the person, what they're into, how their body language is, because being a dom is all about reading body language. And you, even if they don't say anything, you know when there's a boundary,
Yeah.
you're reaching to a boundary that they just don't want to, because a lot of submissives just don't want to say no
Mhm.
because they are in that role and that is where they're at,
Yeah.
and they don't want to ruin the scene or ruin the experience or make an awkward situation. Now it's like, can we continue doing this type thing? So it's a very, I think the way that you have done it is a very appropriate
because we did some BDSM scenes, but when I look at bondage and anything where you're tied up, that's takes a lot of trust, because now you're completely submitting, complete submission, because that means I have my way with you.
Right, complete submission, and also complete not being able to do anything to protect yourself.
You, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, like, for example, if we did a BDSM scene, it might be consent, non-consent to start off with.
Right.
You know, period. Something of that nature. Like I came in, I snuck in your room and caught you off guard situation. You know, period. Stuff of that nature. Stuff that is normal BDSM stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the slut training video, you can do that. You can do that without even her being tied up. It's just her being in submission. You ordering her around. Right. But it's developing that. It's developing the energy between y'all two. To the trust and comfortability, because, like I said again, the power dynamic begins with the submissive. She has the most power because she chooses to submit to who dominates her at that time.
They're not comfortable, or they're just not feeling it. It's not a dom sub situation. It's just a regular boy girl type of scene, because it's like, if you're not completely submissive to a dom, that's not a dom sub scene. That is like, I get to choose what I want to do, but that's not submissive. That's not submissive.
No, because see, I think a lot of times, because everything got saturated with the help of OnlyFans and social media and everything.
And these fake doms. And these fake fin doms, femdoms.
It became financial dom, femdom. No, I'm gonna tell you what the funniest shit. I got a female I supposed to do an interview with. She got mad because I made a mistake and said I was a dominatrix. Now, mind you, I'm doing voice text and the shit said dominatrix when I said dom. I digress. You genderized me, or some word that she used, and I said, well, can a person make a mistake or something?
Did you mean to say that? Was that a typo? Like, I always make sure I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, if you're coming at me sideways first, I'm gonna come at you sideways.
No sideways in any way. It's just got mad because I said dominate. I said I'm a dominatrix too, and like I said, regardless of even if I made the mistake of saying it, it's not that serious. But the reason why I'm saying that is because, to me, a true dominatrix, a true dom, they don't alienate somebody or judge somebody for a misappropriation. They educate.
Oh, yes. 100%. Do not put, if you are a true, and the people in the lifestyle who don't do the content, they're just living the lifestyle. They know who is who. They know you're a fraud. They know you know what the fuck you're talking about. They know you're just in it for the money. They know that you're just doing for the content.
Yeah.
They know that you're not really that. And that's why I don't do a lot of them, because it's like, I don't want to put out something that is not that. That's not really like depicting what my dom side does, because it's way more involved than what you see on screen. And it's hard to, unless you have a personal sub that you're doing a shoot with, that you have a long-term relationship with, it's hard to show that within a scene.
It really, and even harder to even show the chemistry.
Exactly.
Because
it's all off camera. It's all building that trust. It's all building that relationship. It's all building that everything in between, because it's not just I'm booking you to peg you. That's it. Okay, cool. That's a pegging scene, but like.
So have you done a pegging scene? Have you done any pegging?
I've done pegging. I actually enjoy pegging, but I've done more. I think I did one scene pegging, but they didn't want it to be released after the fact.
Yeah.
And I always make sure that if someone decides after the fact that that's not something that they want out there, I respect the person. And I'm like, look, I get it. It's especially in that realm.
Because and now people realize, if you think it's hard to find a male talent, ladies, it's harder to find a submissive, a sub that will get on camera, mask and all, even with a mask.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because they're like, they get in their head space of like, this is going to get out, someone's going to know it's me, this is something that I'm not even comfortable. And a lot of my fans come to me because they're like, I'm comfortable talking to you about this because you make me feel comfortable. You are exuding this energy that I am like, I can trust you. And because I'm very no limit, people can come to me, and there are some things where I draw the line of the things that I've been asked to do, and that I've had to add to the list of things that are my actual boundaries, that I was like, I never thought I had to fucking say this, but now I do.
Like that, because I hate that. It's funny that I retired when the freaks decide to come out and porn like that, because I ain't get a chance to no water sport with no girl. I was able to do the BDSM stuff and all that, but I'm talking about even to the point that so many girls do anal now. It was like out of 400 scenes, I only was able to have like 5, maybe 6 girls that was willing to do anal.
Right. And then again, look, it's not something that it's not. And I tell people at water sports too, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
No.
If it's not something that both of the parties enjoy, it's not a fun experience.
And not only that, it takes. We always talk about this because you see, y'all know this is a good show because normally we keep these things to an hour, but I'm talking to her so damn well. It's fuck it. They don't realize the mental game of this. And see, I know you listen to other podcasts from porn people. How much do these podcasts really talk about the mental aspect, the mental, where we got to go mentally just to prep for scenes, to shoot, why we shoot,
right?
All that shit.
And when people go to these things and do 20 collabs, I'm like, I did 3 collabs when I went to Chicago for Exotica, and I was like, I don't want to fucking do anymore. I'm mentally drained by having to go from one scene, shower, fix my makeup, go to the other scene. I'm like, that's a lot. And I flew here the night before. I got here at like 12. Like, I'm done. I'm mentally drained. My body, like, I know if I do another scene right now, it's not going to be good.
And add to it, like with my shoots, we did it Hollywood style, literally studio style. No, you had to do pretty girl pictures too. We ain't play that. She that outfit she wore. Oh yeah, we took pictures in that, but she got nude. Yeah. No, because pictures was the advertisement. That's what it was for.
Exactly.
DVD
like
covers.
There's a system of how these shoots go, and all you see is the final finished product. You don't see the hours of, okay, what outfit's going with this couch that we have here? I brought 17 outfits. Like, what heels are going to go with this outfit for what you're trying to do? Okay, cool. What scenes do we need to hit? What type of positions are we going to hit in this? How are we going to do it organically so it doesn't look like we planned this out? How am I going to go through this and then do 6 different scenes and look the same?
You had one experience with a camera guy. See, with me, because I had my camera guy. See, this is beauty why I never traveled nowhere. Girls came to me. I had a cameraman at my disposal. As a male talent, you learn how to direct by talking shit. And if anybody go to the video section of the premium smoke room, y'all know what we talking about. We'll get to that in a second. And we're gonna get her ass in the premium smoke room one day so she can show off that booty.
Yes.
That like for example, like if we were doing doggy style and the camera is in front of her, I either pull her hair up so she'll know to look up, or I'll say something like, "Baby, let me see the pretty sexy ass eyes of yours." She don't look back at one time at me. She just looks up, because of some that you mentally have to, you can't check out so much that you don't make that scene look good.
Right. It's a performance. In the end, it's a performance, and you need to get the best shots for what people want to see. Yeah. When you're just fucking and you're just not thinking about anything, you don't have to think about how your body is. You don't have to think about how your face is. Because even sometimes I find myself when I'm doing solo content where I'm like, what the fuck was I doing with my mouth? What the fuck was I doing? Like, I look like I'm like watching myself, but I'm like watching myself. Like, am I like, I'm like, look at, am I in the right spot? Like, is this lighting right? Yeah, and I'm like thinking in my mind, but I'm not. When I look back at the footage, I'm like, what the fuck? I now have to redo this. This is not good.
Yeah, because it's to the point, like, it's like it's to the point. If I look at if I look at myself in the scene, and I didn't use the off, I always made the point to use the off camera hand to move her hair, no matter what, because you're not trying to block the camera. Anytime I block that camera, I get mad at my damn self, like, you dumb son of a bitch.
Exactly. You're like, God damn it, that was like 5 minutes of nothing I can use.
and here's the other part. You're trying to get, because here's the other thing. You're trying to keep a mental clock so that one, in my situation, if me and her was working together, she's there for a whole weekend. We're trying to get 3 to 4 scenes done within that time frame. Right. I have 5 to 6 hours with this cameraman. You know where I'm coming from? So I got the time this to where I got enough in this scene that I don't overtake the time for the other shit that I'm trying to do with these other scenes.
Exactly. And really mentally and just for people's attention span.
Yeah.
You don't want anything longer than like 15 minutes. Because I have my gangbang video that's 30 minutes and no one's watching.
I'm gonna tell you. To me, a porn scene should be, well, it depends. Because I had a list of time. All right. BJ scene 10 minutes. The reason why, because it's BJ, we can do a little different positions within the BJ situation.
Right.
Period. If it was a POV, 10 to 15 minutes. Because it's POV. 9 out of 10, we're going to do doggy style BJ. I'm not doing too much more, or try to, if I can't help it. If it's a straight boy, girl scene, straight fuck scene, 20 minutes to 25 possibly.
Yeah.
Period. But if it's a role play scene, meaning a gonzo scene with a skit, no, I want 30 goddamn minutes.
Oh yeah, at because you gotta make room for, because the talking portion of it is like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you're telling a story. So yeah, that makes sense. But if you're just doing like, you're just straight into fucking, there's no dialogue, there's no backstory, there's no story. Just get into it. Just go into it and fuck.
I mean, no, you can pull it off, but see how you put. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how you pull it off. All right, let me explain this. First of all, you better have a nice room with some furniture.
Yes,
that's one. 2, you're definitely doing reverse cowgirl and cowgirl during this scene at some point.
Yeah,
you cannot go. I don't know which one you do first, but you're gonna have to do both.
Right.
Doggy style, probably about twice. If you do missionary, that's why I said the furniture. Because then, like, for example, if I'm fucking you on the bed, there's an ottoman over there and a chair. I'll move us from the bed to the ottoman to where now when you do the reverse cowgirl, you're riding me on the ottoman.
Right.
Or even if you do the cowgirl
without changing the scenery.
Yeah. It's kind of like that's how you can extend the scene by moving from one area to another area.
100%.
But to do a straight 40-minute scene on the bed, yes, you're going to bore the fuck.
Yeah, someone's like, okay, cool, you're fucking her.
Yeah, now if I take your ass over to the goddamn, like I take you over there to the goddamn bathroom scene with the mirror, now you done extended the scene by at least 6 or 7 minutes.
Right. There's
You
only
just
so much you can do within a scene before it's
yeah.
overkill.
But then again, also because I knew that me and the girl were shooting 3 scenes, I didn't. I if we did reverse cowgirl, we didn't do reverse cowgirl in the next scene. If we did anal in one scene.
Right.
Unless she just was a beast like that, she wanted me her ass in every scene. I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that what you want.
All
I'm here to
right.
give you. I'm here to give you what you want and what you need. Let's go.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Exactly.
oh my God. So look, I done held this gorgeous lady up here long enough, and it's a lot we still ain't got to. I know we didn't talk about the coast damn in 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
So with that, I got to ask you the $1,000,000 question.
Yes.
And Miss Ivy Andrews, can I
Yes.
call you a smoke buddy?
Yes, you can.
She say no more. That's right. She'll be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and we're gonna bring her back to one of two ways for you to get extra special exclusive content. The first one she's definitely going to come to, and that is the premium smoke room exclusively on Loyal Fans. Y'all know what it
Yes.
is. It's five premium podcasts for you to enjoy. 3 gorgeous hosts that you're gonna fall in love with. Also, I even got a video store where you can see me get it in. But even more importantly, it gets more provocative, it gets more candid, it gets more wilder, it gets more crazier. The tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe, people. And the second way you can get extra content that don't involve females is for my Spotify people. On Spotify, I got Savage Smoke. That is where I talk to the industry top male talents. And we give you that real smoke. We don't hold it back from the female talents to the producers, to the game itself, the sexuality, to being men in this fucking business. That's right. This is our safe space. And I open it to my brothers in the business. And the only way you see it, unless you subscribe $4.99 a month on Spotify. The link is in the description. Plus, also if you subscribe there, you also get to see archive stuff from exclusive limited series, podcast series that I did, episodes that I did, as well as past episodes from the Premium Smoke Room that is not on Loyal Fans. Because I didn't feel like going back trying to find the bitches in Logan. That's the reason why they're not up there. So you can go see it there. So with that being said, Ms. Andrews, can you tell everybody where they can spend money on you?
Absolutely. You can spend money on me on my actual website, ivyandrews.com, which is going to be changed to ivyandrewsxxx.com soon, where you can find more exclusive content there that's not on my other pages. Well, you can also book fan shoots with me there too. You can find me on OnlyFans right now at Ivy Andrews, just regular IvyAndrews.
See, there you go. So people, y'all know where to go spend that money and check her out. Trust me, keep watching her. She's in my opinion, someone that's going to be a big name soon. I mean, I don't know if we've done any paid gigs, but some tell me by the end of this year she will be getting some bookings. I just have a feeling. So you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Ivy, say goodbye to the smokers.
Bye, loves. Thanks for tuning in.
Deuce.